Lakers in their purple uniforms. There are no more set home or away jerseys. The home team gets to pick the color, and then the visiting team has to pick a contrasting color. That's why they are in white, the Utah Jazz. Lakers, because they wore gold the other night, they want to have purple and gold blended in all season long, so they picked purple for the home opener tonight. They'll continue to wear white on Sunday at home. There is that, and here is LeBron with the first possession of the game. Danny Green, how on fire was he the home opener tonight? They'll continue to wear first three-point attempt.
Wide open look that time for Danny as the focus is on LeBron as always, and now Anthony Davis.
Donovan Mitchell had himself a game in the opener, a game that they won by 5 over OKC, and again they played good defense. They hang their hat on that. Quinn Snyder's team usually good on the defensive end. That's a bounce, trying to get it to Bradley, and turnover number 1. Lakers had 6 turnovers in the fourth quarter the other night, and that led to their demise.
Yeah, and that's basically the part of the game you don't want to have turnovers.
Yeah, overall they only had 14, but like you said, Stu, the brunt of them late. McGee came over to challenge, but Gobert with that 9-7 reach.
They ended up switching, or they switched initially, and JaVale tried to get back, but it was a little late, and the first deuce goes to the Jazz.
Davis, most of his points were in and around the rim. His mid-range and outside game need a little tuning up tonight. LeBron lobs underneath, slam it home, AD from LeBron.
Well, they started the preseason that way, and now they start the regular season at home that way.
Yeah, that first preseason game up at Golden State was a precursor of things to come. And how about Gobert? He's got 2 dunks at the other end.
Well, JaVale was there, but he was backpedaling. You cannot jump as high backing up as you can running forward. The advantage went to Gobert.
Gobert didn't have a big scoring night the other night, but did have 14 boards. LBJ for 3.
And that's a matchup I want to keep an eye on. Of course, LeBron does his thing, but Joe Ingles is one of those sneaky good players. Before you turn your head, he ends up with 20, 25 points.
Yeah, you're going to watch him on this end. There's a floater by Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell out of Louisville. He's in his 3rd year, went 32 points, 12 boards the other night in the opener. Had a couple of highlight dunks. Avery Bradley bounce it in very deep. That's dangerous for the opposition. Battling is McGee off the miss. And here comes Jeff Green, who has certainly bounced around the league. He kisses it high off the glass, and in it goes.
That was a very nice play by Jeff Green because he was challenged. He had to put that one almost to the top of the board, but he did so very softly and got the bounce. Game of lobs so far as the Lakers lob to AD, and then Rudy Gobert right back at you with his own.
To get traded somewhere, you couldn't have been traded to a better situation as far as the culture and the abilities that the young guys have on the team. I mean, Donovan is a star in the league. Rudy's a star in the league. Joe, it's just going to be a lot of fun to be able to take the court with those guys and battle every night. I'm like a kid again, really. My feelings are just like, brand new. It's like first day of school, going to a different school or a different class, going up a grade or whatever it may be. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. This ain't bad, man. It's just perfect for us all, and we're excited. It's just cool to finally have both feet planted and know that, this is home.
Good. What are you watching?
And the other night, still tinkering with the rotations, obviously. Got to get Kuzma back, and that will be huge. Quinn Snyder was an assistant here in 2011 and 12, and he has certainly forged his way into one of the solid coaches right now in the NBA. Very gritty team, this Utah Jazz bunch. Danny Green with control of it, two-time champion, two different organizations. McGee is down low in the paint. He'll kick it back out to LeBron. Only 4 on the clock, Stu.
I think LeBron knows.
He does, and he leans in a 15-footer, short. Ooh, down goes Gobert. It's quite a fall for the Eiffel Tower.
Quinn Snyder always has his team focused on defense, and this is to start this season, they are really getting after it defensively as they turn it over for their first of the game.
They have been, Stu, a top 3 defensive-rated team 3 years in a row. Last year, they were the second best defensive squad in the whole league. LeBron into the attacking 47, has Mitchell on his hip, going a little bit baseline, still with the dribble. Boy, McGee was wide open. LeBron's going to take a little jumper, and it's going to settle in.
And that's what I like to see LeBron do a little bit more of. You know, utilize that size that he possesses. Get into the paint and put some points on the board in an easier fashion.
Yeah, LBJ had 5 turnovers the other night to go along with those 18 points, 10 boards, 8 assists. He flirted with a triple-double. McGee is down on the hardwood. We're going to have a loose ball foul on Utah.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert, as we get another look at our Carl's cam of LeBron taking advantage of that size. Donovan Mitchell totally undersized against LeBron, and LeBron takes it into the middle and makes an easy little fall away.
Once again, if you're just joining us, no Rondo, no Kuzma tonight. Rondo was questionable coming in, thought he might be able to give it a go. Pull up by Avery Bradley, got to get a bounce, does not. Good work by McGee. Offensive rebound, and he nearly loses it. LeBron on top, and he whips it over Green. On its way, down it goes, Danny Green.
That was really good patience by Danny. Jeff Green was right there. He let him fly by a little bit and took his time and measured it.
Danny had 18 in the third quarter alone in the opener on Tuesday. Wound up with 28 points and 7 boards. 7.5 to go first quarter. Lakers up by 2. 10-8. Donovan Mitchell gets Green in the air. Davis can't block it from behind, and Mitchell scores.
I talked about it in the open that Donovan Mitchell is fearless. He just attacks you at all costs.
They call him Spider. As I mentioned, he's already a star in this league. Green into the corner. Avery Bradley going to operate baseline. Probing in the paint. Out it comes LeBron. Ooh, behind the back to Bradley. Flyby. Corner of the key. Ring it up for 2.
Good patience by Avery Bradley that time. He dribbled into the paint, probed in, didn't like it, and passed and then got it back.
Avery, 28 years of age, in his 10th year in the NBA. Mike Conley, 1 for 16 the other night. Didn't score a bucket till the end of the third quarter. Worst shooting night of his career. Danny Green, as he spent the first 12 years of his career in Memphis.
Another look at Danny Green on that basket as he takes his time. Jeff Green, where you going? I mean, measure it up and drain the triple. And then very similar to what Jeff did, Avery Bradley just takes a step in and drains the jumper.
Green, the quintessential 3-and-D guy. Weak side rebound, McGee. Didn't even jump. Count it. No. Traveling. No bucket. No bucket.
That's a tough call there. I didn't know if JaVale had possession of the ball to be called for traveling. You have to have possession. I don't know if that's... They're sticking with the call.
The crowd voices its displeasure here in quarter number 1.
If they rule he had possession, that's definitely a travel.
Each team now with 2 turnovers. And we're sticking with the turnovers, said the referees and the coaches. Here's Conley. Moves in, foul. He'll go to the free throw line. That's one of his shots. He moves in the floater shot. In fact, LeBron was talking about that. In fact, that was his only basket, one of the leaning in floaters. And when you don't make them like he didn't the other night, that's usually, as Stu mentioned too, a bad omen for the next game.
Yeah, especially when you've got a player as talented as Mike Conley is.
From Ohio State, 32 years of age. First 12 years I mentioned in Memphis, their all-time leader in games, threes, assists, steals, and points. And now all of a sudden in a strange land in Utah.
Lakers just got a delay of game. Next one will be a technical.
Well, tonight on the season premiere, rather, of Backstage Lakers, two new powerhouses meet for the first time in Battle of LA, plus Danny Green faces his fears for Halloween. Don't miss Backstage Lakers, presented by the Mercedes-Benz dealers of Southern California, right after the postgame here on Spectrum Sportsnet.
Royce O'Neal checks in for the Jazz, replacing Joe Ingles.
And so the bench players start trickling in. Once the Lakers got outscored by a wide margin off the bench the other night, 60-19. So as one of Stu's keys, more production from the bench tonight would be nice.
And they've got to get their defense to get in higher gear as well. They're allowing the Jazz. I know it's early yet, but Jazz shooting 71% from the field. Make sure they work on that aspect.
Yeah, the opposition the other night shot 52% against the Lakers. Here's Avery Bradley dumping it down to Anthony Davis. ISO ball. They played a lot of it the other night. Maybe too much at times. And that one is just off. A lot of post up, a lot of ISO for the Lakers in that opener. Mitchell now will play a little keep away out on top. Green will stop and pop and miss and rebound right into the waiting hands of LeBron James. LeBron bounces in tight quarters. AD still with it, on its way, comes up short. So Davis starts 1 for 4 from the floor.
And both of his jump shots, even though they were little baby jumpers, have been a little short, hit the front of the rim.
Emmanuel Mudiay is also into the game for Quinn Snyder. He wears number 8. Jeff Green. Half basketball will travel.
Well, only because of consistency, because Jeff Green is he's got some talent.
7 teams in 6 years. Lakers turn it over. And there is Green, stolen away by LeBron. Up ahead, it's a 3-on-1. Davis for 3. Lakers at a 3-on-1. They settle, but 80 with 2 hands on the assist from Green. Timeout.
Quinn Snyder leaped off the bench to call that timeout. Not happy with the turnover and then the defense, as the Lakers got an opportunity with second chance opportunity and made the most of it. Danny Green with the assist and AD with the flush. Lakers by 2.
Gutom si Badidan. Uy, kanya akong bunbun. Ay, ganun ako yung mga bunbun. Ako yung mga bunbun. Wala ka diaper kami. Mag-wait ka. Bon, wait lang, Bon. Bon, where do you have your boots on? Love you, Bon. Wait lang, Bon, na. Wait lang, Bon, na. Thank you, Bon. Very good, Bon. Wait lang, Bon, na. Wait lang, Bon, na. Love you, Bon. Thunder ka, hindi ka? Partner, no?
Be amongst all those players.
Of course. Yeah, I expected him to be the top. That's
Yeah,
all.
exactly. You're right, Mike.
I would have been if I'd have had a day to practice.
At what point did you get in that day? Did you just get in that day, suit up, and go?
Yeah, I got in at noon and had a game at 7:30.
Yeah. Here's a couple of plays. Good luck.
Basketball is not that complicated.
Yeah, exactly. see the hoop, shoot, score it. And KCP didn't do any of that the other night. 27 minutes for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. 5 fouls, no points. Falling down is Davis. And a late whistle. That's just going to be out of bounds.
It's going to be a turnover.
Yeah.
Working against a shorter defender in Royce O'Neal and forced a turnover.
Lakers have Green, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, Caldwell-Pope, and LeBron on the floor. Knocked away, picked up by Gobert. 4.5 to play in the quarter.
That was almost an offensive foul on Donovan Mitchell.
Moutier from deep.
Well, if Moutier's knocking down jumpers, well, you got a real problem.
Yeah, look out.
He looks to attack.
Yeah, his third team in 3 years, formerly with Denver and the Knicks. Lakers, by the way, 5-0 in second chance scoring here tonight, but they're down by 1 here in the early going. We'll see Quinn Cook at the next whistle. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Spinning, KCP open on its way. Still can't find the basket. Good rebound by Dwight. Reset to 14. Howard from Davis, and he can't score.
Yeah, if you're going to attack Rudy Gobert, you better do it with a reason, not just a season. That's an offensive foul.
And it is called on Jeff Green.
Even though he tried to slide to his left a bit, he brought the ball up, used his elbow to clear some space, and got caught.
Rudy Gobert last year 3rd in the league in block shots. A good look at LBJ, who will sit for the first time tonight. There is DeMarcus Cousins with him on the sideline. Quinn Cook checks in. Cook the other night, he missed all of his threes, went 0 for 3, wound up with 4 points. Of course, that one preseason game here when he had 16 points and made 4 threes. A little taste of what he can do. We saw some of that at Golden State when he played over 70 games with them last year.
But I like him more as the off guard.
Dwight Howard laid up with the left hand, and he can't score. He hits the floor, no whistle. Looked like he could have gone up maybe a little bit stronger. That's a block by Danny Green. Great play by Green.
Boy, Danny smelled that one coming.
Green now in the attacking zone. Will quarterback and set things up. Big kick by AD. AD trying to work on Gobert. Little step back.
Yeah, he sold Gobert that he was going to his left further into the paint, then step back. Wide open shot that he knocks down.
Again, 6 of his 8 buckets the other night were at the rim. Tough night away from the basket.
Another
taken
play
away
by Danny Green.
And at the other end, Green gets the benefit.
Another
Defense
play.
to offense.
That's the 3rd play defensively that Danny's made in this first quarter.
Boy, just getting into it on the defensive end. Laker lead is 3. Their biggest lead is 3. So is Utah's. Been close from the beginning. That one taking away another Utah turnover. Davis across the timeline. Terminates the dribble. Lob, but it goes in!
And that was a 3-pointer. He was behind the arc, wasn't he?
That went in! It was a lob for Dwight.
That shows you how bad that pass was.
It's a two-pointer.
Two-pointer?
Yeah.
I thought he was close to being behind the arc.
Well, it was 18-15, so now it's 20-15. Yeah, they gave him a two. And
Maybe
now 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
We'll get a look at it. Boy, it's good to be better. He's well inside. Where's my eyesight? He's well inside the arc. Trying to throw the lob to Dwight. He throws it up there, and good thing Dwight didn't go up and try to do anything with it. It had been offensive interference.
Davis was scoreless in the fourth the other night. LeBron only had two. I mean, that game was 85 all. Anybody's game going into the fourth quarter. And then the Lakers kind of fell apart offensively, unfortunately.
Danny Green goes out. Troy Daniels comes in.
Troy hit a three the other night, was 1 for 5. Caldwell Pope gets the handoff. Still can't find it. So he's getting increasingly frustrated. Conley. He'll try a three. Mike Conley hits the heel long shot, long rebound. And the Lakers with a minute and a half to go in the quarter. And shooting 41%, 43% the early going for the Jazz. Going to be a foul on O'Neal.
Royce O'Neal trying to get around the side, almost a side front position, but gets called for holding with that left hand around the waist. So that'll send Anthony Davis to the line, see if he can make a couple of free throws to start it off here.
Yeah, he. How many did he miss the other night? He missed 5. He was 9 for 14, and he missed a bunch early. Well, while we have a moment, let's pause for a word from Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
You can win a Tesla Model 3 every Sunday in October. Morongo.
Again, he righted the ship, did AD, after a while, but he missed a few free throws early in the contest. Lakers lead it 21-15, which is the biggest of the quarter. Also into the game, former Laker Ed Davis, and he's a rebounding machine. Niang is also in for Utah. He wears number 31. Joe Ingles leaves it off for Davis. Bounces it off the backboard. Taken, fumbled. It's Jazz basketball. They get a fresh shot clock. Ingles for three. He led the team in threes. Had one more than Mitchell last year.
Yeah, he is just a quietly effective player.
8-0 Laker run to give themselves the 7-point advantage. Bounce now to Davis. That is
pushed.
No shot.
Yeah. That'll be on Joe Ingles.
It'll be free throws for Davis. They're out of fouls. Lakers will actually have a foul to give.
Less than a minute to play here in the first quarter. Lakers have them down under 40%. Shooting 37.5 the Jazz are now.
The Lakers last year 22-19 here at Staples Center. They're going to contend for a title. They want to significantly increase that. Hey, the Lakers are never sold out with Lakers Ticket Exchange. Score the best seats to watch the Lakers in action at Staples Center. Go to Lakers.com/ticket exchange to purchase. It's the beginning of a mini 3-game homestand. We'll see Charlotte on Sunday and Memphis on Tuesday before the Lakers hit the road for 3. That'll be Dallas, San Antonio, and Chicago.
2 free throws by Anthony Davis, so he starts out 4 for 4 from that spot.
It's nice to see. Lakers were, 71% the other night from the line. Ingles. O'Neal attacks. O'Neal with the right hand. Tipped up and in. I told you Ed Davis could rebound.
That was a good challenge, though, by Dwight Howard. The weak side have to get in there and prevent that second chance opportunity.
Quinn Cook. There's Troy Daniels operating from beyond the arc. And Davis has another rebound. Boy, per minute, his rebounding is just off the charts. Led all NBA reserves last year in offensive, defense, and total rebounds.
No, he knows what he does best, and he really focuses on that.
Conley hasn't hit a basket, has 2 points.
Right on. Ooh, I was going to say right on cue.
Yeah, not this time. Rebound Dwight, taken by KCP. Count if it goes! And that's the way the quarter ends.
Well, not a bad quarter after the Lakers got their defense in order, as the Jazz started out making 71% of their shots. They'll end the quarter at 37%. Just the same as the Lakers, but the Lakers have a 7-point lead.
Just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Good! The Lakers take the lead on Magic Johnson's running.
Ganz overstehen.
Score 24-17. By the way, great job by Bettina of our crew putting that tease together, and Flea for starring in it. He's hanging out with James Corden, front row, baseline near the Utah Jazz bench, and there's Lou and Jack where they should be, courtside. All is right in the world when those two are together at a Laker home game.
You got that right.
Glad you're with us wherever you may be. We will on Spectrum Sportsnet be doing every game from here on out through Christmas. That's the next time we'll sit and watch with you on national TV. So settle in. This is the place to watch Laker basketball this year. LeBron tries to knock it away from Joe Ingles from Australia. Carried it over.
Yeah, he faked like he was going to throw a bounce pass, but they covered that up, so he just kept his dribble going. Got his hand down around the side, almost under it, and they were right on top of it.
How often does it happen that they don't call it?
It happens quite a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say. The criteria, I don't know if it's a little loose, but...
Well, and that was one of the things I said years ago to the officials, that when they took out hand checking, I said, I have no problems with that. Just make the offensive guys now dribble the ball legally.
Offensive rebound by Dwight Howard, and it sets up Daniels for a triple.
That's what Troy Daniels is on the team to do.
Shoot and make threes. Not just shoot them, make them. Connolly, right hand, not even close. Another rebound by Dwight, who is really dominating the board since he came in. Kick at corner, Daniels. Boy, KCP didn't want to shoot that, did he? Normally he would have let that fly. Dudley leaves it for LBJ. Just not feeling the confidence at this moment.
Well, I actually thought he made the right play. He didn't anticipate Joe Ingles reacting quite as effectively as he did.
And he did. He went over. Look at Dwight battling. crowd loves it. Welcome back, Dwight.
They're giving him a semi-standing ovation for it,
Welcome
too.
back.
He's worked hard. He has really worked hard. Training camp, preseason, and now to start the regular season.
And they're showing him some love. Good point, too, when you were talking about that was a good play by Ingles. KCP kicking it in the corner. You like ball movement. Coaches love to see it. Dwight Howard off the bench, 5 rebounds in 6 minutes. But he commits a foul. Committed 4 of them the other day. This was an illegal pick.
Again, I would re-emphasize to my guards, look, it's up to you to run your man off of that screen. If he's able to get a leg across the top, I'm not going to ask my bigs then to move and pick up the offensive foul. They're supposed to be stationary.
13-2 extended run. And Conley is going to go to the line and shoot a couple on a foul by Caldwell Pope.
That's got to be a tough call for KCP, too, because he's riding him, but he has his hands straight up. He never did really make a block attempt, but yet he hears the whistle. I can see why he's asking the official what was he supposed to do.
Do you know an outstanding educator in your community? Then nominate them for a chance to be named a Spectrum Sports Marquee Educator presented by Shakey's Pizza. And they'll receive $1,500 to help fund a brighter future for their students. Visit SpectrumEducator.com now for more information.
2 free throws by Mike Conley. He's still looking for his first field goal, but he's 4 for 4 from the charity stripe.
This Utah team been the number 5 seed in the West 2 years in a row. They fell to the Rockets 4 games to 1 in the first round last year. Rebound to Niang.
And Niang he's another interesting type player. You know, just does what is expected from the coaches. Doesn't try to go outside of his comfort zone.
Man knows his limitations, as you would say often. That'll be a foul on KCP.
KCP can't get a break. He's trying to fight over and around the screen, but used his hand to try to whip himself around the screen and got caught.
O'Neal, who played in all 82 last year. They had 2 players that played in all 82. Caldwell Pope played in them all for the Lakers. The other one is Ingles, by the way, for Utah. Forgot something, the basketball, and it bounces out of bounds.
He rolled off his hip.
That's right. Leon Wood makes the call, says it's going Laker way. Wearing their purple uniforms here tonight.
That's 8 turnovers for the Jazz.
That is not good. 2 minutes into the second quarter. That's ugliness. Lakers will take the gifts, though. Back and forth goes LeBron through his legs with the dribble. Strong to the basket, all the way to score.
Yeah, that's what he's got to do. He's got to be in the attack mode, especially when Anthony Davis isn't on the court.
Away from everything.
He got a double foul here.
And Niang got entangled with Howard. That was away from the action.
Is this going to be a double foul or double technical fouls? They go up for the rebound, and he falls. He being Dwight Howard, and Yang's on the floor. And is it because he won't let him up? I don't know what they're calling. Yeah, double foul.
So for Dwight, so the double foul called. 10-point Laker lead. Second foul for Dwight.
Not the kind of foul you want as a player. You want to make sure.
Niang went to Iowa State. You know what he was known as there, Stu? The closer. I guess he was their man.
Great.
Yeah, you get that. You get that nickname. Better be able to make him in the clutch. Conley finds himself open for a moment. Dudley got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds.
It's a good rotation over by Dudley. Then he used his hands, got it in the passing lane, deflected the pass. Otherwise, it's a wide open shot.
Jared's now 34 years of age. His 13th year in the league. Last year was with Brooklyn. He can also stretch the floor, hit 2 threes the other night. Conley, as you mentioned, maybe the most underrated. Blocked out of bounds by Dwight Howard. Crowd eating it up.
They should. That's another good play defensively by Dwight Howard.
Lakers had 7 blocks on opening night.
Quinn Snyder trying to rush Donovan Mitchell back into this game. knowing he needs some offensive firepower out there.
Yeah, they're only shooting 33%, and they're stuck on 19 points. Caldwell Pope collects it, baseline right hand. Rebound Dwight Howard, who else? But he fumbles it away, and Davis controls. Utah in desperate need of some offense. Niang off to the offensive.
Good anticipation by Doug. Dudley again, you know, he's another one of those players. What'd you say, 13 years in the league?
13 years.
Proves you don't have to be the most talented physically. I mean, he's not a guy that out-jumps anybody. He doesn't outrun anybody, but he uses his brain. He plays defense, and he can shoot the ball from the perimeter.
We've talked about it from the San Diego area where he prepped. And now here he is, went to BC, Boston College for 4 years. And out goes Caldwell Pope. 8 minutes, 0 for 5 tonight, and a couple of fouls. Has not scored. By the way, Utah has made 7 field goals and turned it over 10 times.
That's never good when you have more turnovers than field goals.
Yeah, story of the game. LeBron working it. Can't score it. Rebound taken by Mitchell. The Lakers aren't shooting lights out, trust me. 35%. Otherwise, this would be a runaway early.
Yeah, it's the turnovers that have hurt the Jazz. So give the Lakers defense credit.
Gobert wants some help. He don't want to shoot it from out there. And he looks at the referee. He said, I was fouled twice. Into the lane. Take it away.
Bradley.
Avery Bradley, consistently one of the best defenders in the league.
Nice hands.
And 11 turnovers. LeBron backing in. He's isolated. LeBron. Ooh, that was not a good pass. Ill-advised. Really close quarters. Try to get it to Dwight. On the attack, Niang off the leg of Howard. O'Neal for 3, left side, and he knocks it home. That's Royce O'Neal. He was 6 for 6 in their opener, Stu. In fact, he made both his threes the other night against Chris Paul and OKC. Bradley open, around the pick from LeBron.
Avery Bradley came into this league purely as a defender, but one of those players that worked on his shot, gained out all that confidence, and now he's legit from the perimeter.
And the starter tonight, he has 5 points. Taken away by the Lakers.
Oh, that turns out to be a good foul. The Lakers had a 2-on-1 going. Now Carl's cam will show how Avery Bradley, good defensive player, comes in. Look at this. Uses his hands, strips the shooter, goes down the other way, and what's he do? Use that screen and knock down a triple. Good patience.
Yeah, I'm telling you, a lot of the Lakers who have been known for defense in certain parts of their career, most notably Dwight Howard, Avery Bradley, Danny Green, and then they hear the whispers that they've all fallen off a little bit. They want to get back to where they were this year and be forces on the defensive end.
Well, you just want to make sure that you do what you can do best. Again, as the officials are looking at this play here to see if it's a flagrant foul as he whipped the leg out. I don't think it was an intentional one myself. I just think that's just the way his legs were going when he fell. Was he purposely on it? I don't know. They might rule that he intentionally tried that. If he did, that's going to be a flagrant one.
David Guthrie, Kevin Cutler, Leon Wood are 3 officials. You can hear the crowd reacting in the background to the replay that's being shown here on the board. 10-point Laker lead. This equals their biggest of the night. We've had 5 lead changes. Lakers with 1 in double digits, and that's Anthony Davis. Highest scoring Utah Jazz player has 4 in the game, and we're nearly halfway through the second quarter.
The biggest number, though, is the turnovers that the Jazz have. They have 11. I mean, the Lakers have 6 of their own.
Which isn't great.
But 11.
Unnecessary contact is the determination, as you said, Stu.
Flagrant 1, so that'll be free throws coming to Avery Bradley.
Avery Bradley last year, 86% from the free throw line. Knocks it right through. You have Howard, LeBron, Dudley, Daniels, and Bradley, the 5 on the floor for the Lakers. Both good. Of course, the Lakers' second worst free throw shooting team in the NBA. last season.
And the Lakers maintain possession. And, again, it's LeBron on the floor, AD getting his rest. AD played the entire first quarter. So you got to have one of those two guys on the floor pretty much at all times.
Hey, Mike, it's a complete turnaround from the other night as far as offensive rebounds for the Lakers.
Yeah, Bill, 0 in that first half against the Clippers, despite all of that size. And so far, Dwight has 3. They have 6 as a team, and that's one thing that they certainly were thinking of focusing on. When they have all that size out there, Stu, got to go hit the glass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jeff Green. Rebound Dudley quickly gets it to the hands of LeBron, who initiated the offense quite a bit the other night. Almost too much, I think everybody agreed, including maybe LeBron himself. Here's Daniels trying to get a little fancy with it, and the Lakers turn it over for the 7th time.
Well, doing what he's not known for, and that's dribbling the ball.
Out of control. I mean, it was a good idea, perhaps.
But you got to see the defensive wall that's sitting there.
Green had no chance.
Jeff Green didn't have a chance.
Didn't have a chance.
That should be on the passer.
Yeah,
poor decision.
12 turnovers. Timeout.
12 turnovers. If you can't block shots, you can do other things. Dud says, I don't block them, but I can sure get in your way. But he's got 6 rebounds, a couple of hustle plays, blocking shots, just making sure the rim is protected. That's how you impact a game without scoring.
3-time Defensive Player of the Year, Dwight Howard, 33 years of age, 16th year, Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, high school right to the NBA.
Well, the Lakers trying to do something without LeBron or AD on the court. They turn it over for an easy do.
For the 8th time, defense to offense, and it's Green finishing at the other end. 8 Laker turnovers have been turned into 11 points. 12 Jazz turnovers have been turned into 15 Laker points. It's a turnover fest.
And right after that turnover, Anthony Davis gets up off the bench.
Danny Green tipped by McGee. So it's a new bunch of Lakers out there. Green, McGee, Bradley, Quinn Cook, and Dudley. At least a couple new ones. Wide open is Moutier. Weak side rebound. Avery Bradley goes up the ladder to get it. 5.5 to play. Second quarter. Low scoring first half. 34-24. Bradley, that's a three. That hits the front of the rim.
That was just frozen. No arc on that shot.
The frozen rope. Gobert has his 4th rebound. Leading rebounder in the game is Howard with 6. Gobert goes to the dribble, and he's bumped by McGee. They're going to count the foul. Count the basket.
They're going to give him continuation.
Oh, yeah. They're going to give it to him and one.
Off the dribble from the three-point line. Yeah, he never put it down again. But the way that they've been ruling certain things, you have to gather for the shot. Had he gathered when he picked it up and got the foul?
Well, Utah led 15-14 at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. Since then, they've committed 9 turnovers, only made 3 baskets out of 13 attempts. So it's been a long drought for them. Gobert can't finish off the three-point play. Go ahead.
The backcourt of Quinn Cook and Avery Bradley, and Cook running the point position. I like him better as the off guard.
Davis in and out. In the air, and it's Conley who has control of it. Laker lead is 8. Ingles. They are 1-0, looking to go 2-0 here on the young season and win their first road game. They were one of the few NBA teams who had a better than 500 record away from home last year. Flyby. Mitchell passed it up into Gobert with 3 on the clock. With the left hand, draws nothing but air. And he'll get serenaded.
Yeah, that was overpassing.
Bradley challenges Green. Again, he goes baseline, comes out the other side. Quinn Cook, the little guy, goes all the way, throws it up over Gobert. Rebound McGee. And he sit into the second row. Maybe the third.
I think it was the third. Yeah. The guy with the Laker jersey on was open, and JaVale sees him.
In fact, now that I'm counting, 4th row. Well, JaVale had nowhere to go with it.
He was falling out of bounds.
Yeah, and under the basket. Wanted to try to put it up, but he knew that he couldn't do anything with it. Boy, Ingles, Conley, and Mitchell have combined for 2 made field goals so far. 2! Got Bradley down from the outside to beat the clock. Oh, Bradley had it, and he couldn't collect it.
Slapped it too hard with his offhand.
Green to the basket. He goes, and McGee says, not today. Taken by Danny Green.
They have rim protection.
Oh, plenty. Danny Green spinning, not scoring. Fumbled by Gobert. Look at this outlet. I think it was inadvertent. It still went to Ingles, who scores.
It was definitely inadvertent.
He was just trying to save it.
He saved it, okay. Should get an assist on the play.
Yeah, it turned out beautifully. Lead is down to 6, so they've cut it in half. It was 12. First of a 3-game homestand for your Lakers. We'll be with you again on Sunday night, 6:30. Ball away, Davis can't connect. Anthony is 4 for 11. Lakers as a team, 30%. That's 5 percentage points less than Utah. They block Gobert, tie it up. That's going to be a jump ball. AD doing the honors.
They're collapsing in the paint. Got the 2 bigs in there, JaVale and Anthony Davis. It'll be a jump ball between AD, Anthony Davis, and Rudy Gobert.
Gobert 7'1", the 7'9" wingspan, the 9'7" standing reach for the French rejection.
So if he gets on his tippy toes, he can dunk.
Where's number 27? Because that's where he was in the draft, the 27th pick. Going to be a whistle on a Laker foul.
Volkswagen takes us through the glass to get a good view of that last block by the Lakers. Look at the players converging. Look at that. Meet them at the top. Forced the jump ball. Got a timeout now as the Jazz want to talk it over. Jazz making a little run here as they once trailed by 12. See, cut that in half. We'll head to the break. 3:02 to play. Lakers by 6.
Fans at halftime of every home game, the Lakers Youth Foundation hosts an auction located across from aisle 12 on the main concourse. At today's auction, you could go home with a fan of the game. Tonight's fan of the game will win an OtterBox charging base brought
One turnovers combined.
Yes, sir.
That's not good.
And the team shooting well below 40%. Lakers at 30%, 34% for Utah. Nothing pretty about it except that the Lakers are in the lead.
Free throws coming to Donovan Mitchell. They're running that high screen and roll, and the same thing that Danny Green did, Avery Bradley does and gets called.
LeBron on the bench. He and AD haven't played a ton together so far tonight. By the way, the Laker bench 1 for 10 from the floor. Lakers 5 block shots, none for the opposition tonight. You know, Utah has a tendency to win or play games ugly, so they're trying to get the Lakers to play right into their hands tonight. They've actually beaten the Lakers 13 of the last 16 regular season games. Hey, while we have a moment, let's pause for a word from El Pollo Loco.
And more is what you get with our chicken nachos. One of 5 new $5 fire-grilled combos. El Pollo Loco, feed the flame.
Well, 2 free throws by Donovan Mitchell, and we have ourselves a 4-point game. Both teams shoot. The Jazz are shooting 34%. They're out shooting the Lakers, who are only shooting 30%.
Think about that. Jazz with 12 turnovers, and they are within 4. 2.5 to play here in the first half. Lakers Avery Bradley, now to Quinn Cook. Cook guarded by Conley. Works it to Davis. 5 on the shot clock.
Look at this defense, boy. They are really
hounding his right. They switch over, and Cook scores with 2 on the shot clock as he banks it in.
Good thing he was aware of the clock because they were in some severe trouble. LeBron will be checking in next dead ball.
Get the last couple of minutes in. Spider Mitchell can't score. Tapped by Green. Taken by Bradley. Again, no Rondo tonight. Kuz is close. We expect him next week at some point. Here is Davis. He can't score off the glass. So try to bank it in himself.
That's a good challenge, though, by Jeff Green.
That one off the hands of AD. Look at him hustling to get control of it. Another Utah turnover. Bradley eyeing the defense as he slows things up. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Davis looks to attack. Down he goes.
Cole traveling. Lost his balance. Did he tweak an ankle?
Let's hope not. Maybe he might have hit his head, perhaps.
He's okay.
It's called knocking the cobwebs out there for sure.
His arm or his head goes into the left shoulder of Rudy Gobert, and down goes Davis.
And that'll have you shaking your ear 10 out of 10 times.
Shaking your ear?
10 out of 10 times. 36-30. That's pretty good ball movement. Green alone in the corner, and it settles in for three.
A one-possession game with a minute and a half left in the first half.
That is the third three for the Jazz. Lakers have 4 of them tonight. But again, what once was a 12-point lead has been whittled down. LeBron can't hit.
That's what happens when you're a good defensive team. Your offense is going to sputter, but your defense has to be a constant. And so far, the Jazz and their defense has been a constant.
Oh, Mitchell the scoop, the score, and it's a 1-point game. 36-35, a little over a minute to go in the second.
That's what's turned this around. Sure, the Lakers have played pretty good defense themselves, but both teams battling on the offensive end, battling on the defensive end, and we have a 1.
Let's get it. Mama, I will make a stick over there. Daddy, please come. Look up. Dad, look at me. Dad, look at my food. Bread. I did it first. No, and what? And what? No, Mom, that. Daddy. Daddy, cookies. Stop. Cookies. Hot cookies. Cookies. Mama.
Paninggamot gid di katulog.
Daddy! Daddy! Daddy!
Ngana na siya ba pero di.
Who's this like, Bob?
Banan ko kung para sa iyo bubuan. Mabaka ko mo. Ay.
paisod ka mo, eh. Sikit, may gani gamay ito. Harap, diba?
Sikit, pwede rin. Sikit nga. Ipaglansa lang nila sa tren na mag-tren. Ipaglansa na naman yan buhok. Ganito yung sikit. Katabang ganun sa kapatid.
Flash water! What is that? Look! I saw something outside. He dressed. He dressed. My bag! Look. Hey! You didn't have some money yet. Wow! 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 Wow!
Hindi ko gagawas may kaya bantayan ka o may masabot na masrek ako.
That was some money. Ano? What's the favorite color of your bag? Okay. Let's get go. Let's get go. Just follow me. Hey, wait. What's the map? Yeah. Lightning outside. Look at some golden. 11 pa there. We got money. I will like that. I will get some money.
Malay sa babae na nandun sa Tahan sa presyo, tapos makuha siya sa iyang
Yeah.
Hindi niya na pinagkarakuhan na ito. Ganun din lang na. Tingnan ako pag ano kay Brazilian.
What finger na? Yeah, the back. Did you got a lot on it? Not so. Oh. A baby doggy.
Ito ba ta cellphone mo na? Si Bunbun nagtaga kaya ikos.
Mango. A beham. Mango. Mango.
What's that?
Mango.
Okay, patay na sila po. Balik ang internet.
Plus that egg. Egg. You couldn't do no book. Daddy, out. Mommy, out. Out. Out, please. What? Out. Let's go get Mom.
Samuel, Ma'am Sir, from office Linear Foundation.
And I
Same
let
as
you do
one.
this.
I'm attorney Mayor de
Hey, we got something. A bye-bye.
gave up a layup for the triple.
Again, that's the switch that we were talking about lineup-wise. Conley gets fouled by Green.
Conley's yet to score a basket, but he's been to the line 4 times and converted all of them.
Mike Conley in 2019 to begin, he is 1 for 21 from the floor. He was 1 for 16 the other night and 0 for 5 tonight. But perfect from the free throw line. Stu is talking about it, 4 for 4. I'll take the Lakers with you wherever you go with the Lakers mobile app, presented by Wish. Keep up with the latest stats, highlights, and more. Download your Android or iPhone today.
The only 2 Lakers have been to the free throw line in this game, and that's Anthony Davis and Avery Bradley. Anthony Davis 5 for 5, and Bradley 2 for 2. Now the Jazz, they're 8 out of 9.
Caruso terminates the dribble. A great end to last season that earned Caruso the new contract. Tried to get it to Davis. He hustles to get it, and then it's a turnover. So the Lakers in scramble mode couldn't turn it their way. 43-39, and the ugliness continues for both teams. Another turnover. Stepping in front was Caruso. Up for LeBron. Here he comes with some steam. All the way. Blocked from behind by Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell rejects LeBron James. And then they return the favor. Caruso falls down. They get it to Mitchell, and he slam dunks it.
The team,
wow.
They knocked each other out of the play. They had the turnover, but for the rebound, and couldn't convert it.
15 turnovers for Utah, 11 for the Lakers. So an uneven beginning for Caruso for sure.
It's always a secondary defender that makes the play like that. Donovan Mitchell, LeBron never sees him, and from behind, Donovan swats it away. It gets an easy deuce on the other end after the Lakers ran into each other.
Yeah, the leading scorer from that 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell. Kuz is right behind him. Jason Tatum is third.
Short clock again.
He has 4 to shoot. 1-on-1 with Gobert. Davis the high arc. Doesn't even draw iron. Across the timeline into the attacking 47, Jeff Green.
Jazz can take the lead here with a triple.
And they have led early on. Bounce to Gobert. He fumbles it but gets bailed out with a Laker foul.
Call that on Caruso.
Two team fouls on the Lakers here in the early going of quarter number 3.
What a ragged start to quarter number 3.
Absolutely right. I mean, this is a preseason game feel. But it's the real deal, the home opener. Mike Conley, quarterbacking. Over to Donovan Mitchell. He took over in the third quarter the other night. And he's trying to do the same here this evening. And it is 43 all. LeBron with the high dribble, confronted by Ingles, trying to go baseline on him. Can't. Look at this battle underneath. Finally, bullies his way up and in.
Strictly bully ball. He just overpowered Joe Ingles on that.
Joe Ingles, 6'8", about 232. Conley moves in, can't shoot it around Green. Rebound out of the air comes Anthony Davis. He can dribble, good handle, nearly traveled with it. Taken now by LeBron. He doesn't want to take it.
Either that or take Gobert to the rim.
Yeah, he hesitated. Now he's got to reset it. Now he will go to the rim. Over Gobert. There's going to be a foul.
Yeah, he was getting ready to flush that one.
Wasn't he though?
He's getting ready to try to flush that one.
The roof would have come down. Right there, thinking about it.
He hit right on the top of the forehead there. Two free throws for LeBron. This will be LeBron's first free throws of the game.
LeBron led the Lakers in minutes, rebounds, assists, turnovers, and points per game last year. Of course, a career low in games, 55. It was also a career low in free throw percentage for him. Very unlike him, 66.5% last season from the line in those 55 games. But start anew.
He made the first 2 that he's taken in this game.
Hit.
I think the Lakers can clean up the game a little bit on both ends. I mean, their defense has been okay. They've held the Jazz to 38%. Boy, the turnovers.
Mitchell, good feed, but a better defensive play by Green, and then Caruso cleans up. Alex on the break. He kicks it right side to Avery Bradley. Handoff back to Green. Pretty good ball movement by the Lakers. They work it on top. Avery Bradley. Bounce to LBJ. 10 to shoot. He's got Conley in front of him. Here comes the double team. So Danny Green will whip it over to Caruso, and they turn it over again. Conley. Again, Mitchell had 14 points and 7 rebounds in the third quarter alone in their opening night win a couple of nights ago against OKC. They look for him. Little turnaway pass blocked by Anthony Davis. Boy, Gobert never got into the air. Now Davis is ahead of Gobert. That is 4 blocks. Avery Bradley, the little floater for 2.
And that's the way you play pick and roll. Be aggressive coming off that screen, looking to score.
Part of the retooled roster for the Jazz. Mike Conley runs into a double team, runs into a wall, runs into a turnover. LeBron right side. Danny Green on its way. Down it goes!
Well, I tell you, knowing Quinn Snyder, he is just beside himself. 17 turnovers for the Jazz with 7:44 to play in the third as the Lakers convert the last turnover into a triple by Danny Green and extend their lead back up to 9 after being caught at 43.
Congratulations to all my lucky fans seated in section 111. You've just all scored a free Jack in the Box t-shirt. We know how cheering on the Lake Show can work up an appetite, so be sure to refuel with any of Jack's amazing menu deals. If you're not done scoring deals just yet, visit jackinthebox.com to learn more and find a location with you. Let's go Lakers and let's go Jack! For the CallJacob.com Lakers selfie race. These 3 fans are competing to win up to $100. Tonight we have at I am G Springs, at Chris66_06, and at Henry Valdamez 8, competing to see who can get to Staples Center first. Here we go.
Okay, magkawa na taging.
Oh my God.
Mana na?
Wala pa. First coating pa na eh. First time ka na pa nabot. Sadang pa niyo.
Look, see, Dora Explorer.
Okay, fans, we're coming up the finish, and oh no, it looks like those two need to call Jacob. That means your winner is at Chris66_06. Congratulations, but don't worry, you're all going home winners thanks to the law offices of Jacob Emrani.
We call Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob.
3 defensive plays in the first half, and he has just continued along that route.
As Donovan Mitchell rises and fires and swishes it through. I know James Worthy's going to like this. He's probably already talked about it. Danny Green, the third Tar Heel to win both the NCAA title and an NBA title. Of course, MJ and Big Game James are the other two. And Danny Green from North Carolina. Lob to AD! Wow. With one hand!
I didn't think he'd get that one.
Yeah, up he went.
Because he was coming down. Still was able to reach up and get that.
The connection, LeBron to Anthony Davis. 54-45. Uh-oh, look out. Popcorn everywhere.
Another look at that pass from LeBron. Look at Anthony Davis just elevate, just continually go, go, go. Look at that. Wow. He can do it all. And as you mentioned, a little delay in the action right now because there's some popcorn all over the floor.
Major popcorn alert.
They had just purchased that big bucket.
And it's all on the floor. Well, now it's going to the garbage.
Now it's under the chairs. They
they didn't sweep it up. They just
push it under the chair.
Reminds me of something I might do. By the way, the Jazz.
What, spill it?
No, yeah. Don't get me started. You know better than anybody. The Jazz, by the way, 17 field goals and 17 turnovers. They finally caught up to their turnovers tonight. They've been playing catch-up in that regard all evening long. Donovan Mitchell is going to try to get another hoop, or the third quarter has been his these first couple of games. He's now 7 for 11, has 16 points. The only Jazz player in double digits, and the Laker lead is 54-47, nearing the halfway mark of the quarter. LeBron with the dribble, LeBron in deep. He's working on Green. Fall away jump shot is a thing of beauty.
He gets just enough space because he gives you that shoulder and then steps back. There's the space, and the result is the boost.
LBJ with 15, AD with 19. Far and away the leaders for the Lakers offensively. Again, the bench only has 5 for the purple and gold tonight. Another starters game. 5 to shoot, 4 to shoot. Connolly all the way. There's that dangerous floater that is one of his signature shots.
Yeah, and he shot it with his left hand. He normally does that with his offhand as he gets his first basket of the season.
And it was first basket of the game, second bucket of the season.
Oh, that's right. He was 1 for 16.
Yeah. It hasn't been pretty. Let's just put it that way. Oh, good fake by Avery Bradley. Creates some space on Ingles. Lakers both Green and AD hustling after it. Tough shot, Danny Green. Gonna be Laker ball.
He hit the leg of Joe Ingles. Lakers got a break there as Royce O'Neal comes in, and Joe Ingles, who, man, he has been invisible tonight.
Danny Green holding his chest, shoulder area a little bit.
Ingles has played 22 minutes. 2 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds.
Yeah, and look at no threes for him. Underneath, all too easy.
Yeah, that was all too easy.
58-49. Donovan Mitchell, a little one-on-one with LeBron. He gets caught up in the pick by Gobert, who's rolling to the basket, just like they draw it up.
Yeah, well, without a real big at that time, Anthony Davis had stepped out on the screen, so no way you can contest up at the top with Rudy Gobert going against someone 6'6".
Lakers have made 6 of their last 8. Here comes LeBron again. Count it. Score. And 1.
Oh, they're letting him turn that corner. And once he gets that corner turn, wow, get out of the way of the train. You don't want to take the charge because it's going to hurt. Well, Carl's camera give you a good view. They just wave at him and hit him on the arm, give him a 3-point opportunity. So LeBron at the line, trying to score his 18th point.
LeBron and Anthony Davis each with 7 field goals made. LeBron and AD haven't missed a free throw, 17 and 19 respectively. Stu talking about that, 60-51. 5 minutes to play third quarter from Staples Center. Charlotte will be here Sunday. 6:30 game time. Pre-game obviously precedes us on Spectrum Sportsnet. Gobert out on the perimeter. Hand off to Donovan Mitchell. Look at them chasing him. And they push and foul him, Avery Bradley.
They had him. He picked up his dribble, and they were just a little bit too aggressive on the double team. And Avery Bradley got into his space, got contact, and picks up the foul. But that's still good defense. I think when you blitz that screen like that, really makes that offensive guy pick up his dribble most of the time.
Again, no Bojan Bogdanovic. He's one of their big free agent signings. 4 years, $73 million. Turned an ankle in the first half the other night. Came back in the third quarter, but they're being very careful with him. Dante Exum also on the men. Mudiay to beat the clock. Barely grazes the rim. LeBron has rebound number 5 for him. LeBron again looking to attack the paint. Danny Green, he's also looking to go to the rim, and we've got a foul.
Yeah, he's pointing to the basket, saying to himself, you heard the whistle, why didn't you just throw it up there? He tried to make a shovel pass to Anthony Davis. Since they're in the bonus, he'll get 2 free throws regardless.
Yep. Utah out of fouls. That was their 5th. The Lakers will have one more foul to give here in the quarter. They have 3 here in quarter number 3. Danny Green, free throw time, his first one of the evening. Unapologetic enjoyment. Never tasted so fresh. Let loose and enjoy the things you love with an ice-cold Pepsi. Stock up on Pepsi today at your local retailer. Delicious, refreshing Pepsi. Proud partner of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, Lakers missed their first free throw there as Danny Green goes 1 for 2. They're 11 out of 12.
I will excuse them and I will take it. 11 for 12 is phenomenal.
92%
for the last couple of years.
For any kind of
year. For any kind of season. Little fumble and stumble by Mudiay. 4:14 to play in the quarter. Down goes Davis, charging. He took the charge, did AD.
Yeah, I mean, again, you got to read the defenders. I mean, Anthony Davis is just standing there. He comes in and leaves his feet. Well, you got to come down sometime. And he came down right in the chest of Anthony Davis for the charge.
This Utah team will play tomorrow night. They're going to be at home against Luke Walton's Sacramento Kings. They didn't play well the other night in Phoenix. Here's a bounce to Davis. Kicks it into the corner. Boy, Bradley really never had a chance at that one. Davis didn't think he was going to be confronted by a couple of players at the rim.
Well, Rudy Gobert really did a good job of getting back into the picture, and that forced the pass. Yeah. And it was a little bit off the mark.
Yeah, back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. From France, Rudy Gobert led the NBA in field goal percentage.
Well, they are catching the Lakers on those screens where they're using their hands to try to get around the screener. That's the second time Danny Green has been caught.
That's his 4th foul.
And that's, yeah, as you say, that's 4 fouls. So Quinn Cook comes in for LeBron, and KCP comes in for Danny Green.
Yeah, Danny Green's got to go to the bench with those 4. Nobody else on the Lakers has more than 2. Ingles and Green and Niang each have 3 for Utah. The only ones with even a spot of foul trouble. Donovan Mitchell from Louisville. Donovan Mitchell, out of bounds it goes. It'll remain with Utah. 5 to shoot on the clock.
Again, good usage of the hands by Avery Bradley. Reaches in along with KCP. Now you just don't want to give up a real easy one with 5 seconds on the clock. This is where you want to make them dribble a little bit.
Got to get in 5, and they do. Catch, shoot. Mitchell hit the ground. Lakers have numbers if they can quickly get the other way. KCP to Caruso. He shot the 3-ball well to Caruso. KCP missed that one. Caldwell Pope is 0 for 6 and 0 for 2 from downtown. Now it's Mitchell attacking. He scoops it up, and it does not go in. AD picks up the foul. Mitchell will shoot 2 free throws. That one just was hanging on the rim.
Yeah, Donovan does a good job of shooting it under the arms of the defenders. He pulls it down. There's a little scoop shot. This one doesn't fall, but he will get 2 free throws.
Donovan Mitchell, the first Jazz player to go at least 30 and 10 in a season opener since Carlos Boozer about a dozen years ago. The battle of stars in this third quarter. LeBron with 9, Mitchell with 9 after the made free throw. Troy Daniels checks back in for Frank Vogel and staff. And by the way, the All-Star game was just awarded this week to Utah. So congrats to the Jazz in their city. It's been 30 years since they went to Utah.
Look at the lineup the Lakers have out there. 4 guards and Anthony Davis.
And Quinn, yeah, it's small. Caldwell Pope, Cook, Caruso, and Troy Daniels. 3:19 to go in the quarter, so still a lot of experimentation on the rotations.
I don't know if they've used this lineup even in practice.
Caruso dealing with it on top. Towards the basket, hangs in the air, back to Cook. He'll pass it up. Daniels, that's his shot. That's his shot, yes sir!
Well, again, just because of the dribble penetration by Caruso, that broke the defense. Other than that, how are they going to start their offense?
Rolls off the rim, rebound Anthony Davis. He's got 6 boards tonight. AD stops top of the key. Quinn Cook, unlimited range for him. He's going to try to challenge Donovan Mitchell. Work it to Cook again. Spins away from trouble. Fires it up. Glances off the rim and winds up near the Laker bench. And Mitchell again. Spider with it. Trying to go right around Davis, and he draws another foul on Davis, which will be his second of the game.
Well, we got a timeout, 2:25 to go here in the third. The Lakers, who were caught at 43.
Hi. W and make you go down. Yeah, look at the slide. Dad, put on. Put the chips out. Put the chips out. That's good. Wee. Yes. No. Product is not done. Let's go back. Help! Help! That.
Tall boy kid, ito mami.
I use cake, Mom.
What?
You call me cake.
Sorry, cut me off. Pag-out, mami ko.
So, despite and the
Brian Hagan, statistician, alongside once again Danita, our floor manager, the Dubba directing, Mark Shaw, our producer, and the great crew. The ladies and men that work on our crew here at home. It's good to have them all back. A lot of the folks we've been working with for decades now. It's great to see their faces each and every night.
Donovan Mitchell makes the first of 2 free throws. He's looking to be the first player in the game to get to the 20-point mark if he converts this one.
Donovan, nearly 24 a game last year. 13th pick in his draft back in 2017, the same one that Kyle Kuzma came in, and De'Aaron Fox in that group. Daniels, Caldwell Pope, guarded by Niang. Looking for somebody in the post. Somebody's got to help him out. Cross court. Now to Caruso, 5 to shoot. Alex is going to get in the lane. Little jump shot off the rim taken by Conley. 13th year in the league of the Ohio State University, the Southpaw.
They denied the ball to Anthony Davis, and one of the 4 guards had to create something, and they weren't successful.
Dwight Howard set to check in. Mitchell, air ball.
Now, this is definitely the Lakers' second unit. There's not a starter on the floor as Anthony Davis goes out with 1:45 to play in the third, and the Lakers up by 10.
Well, here's a classic example of doing other things in scoring. Dwight doesn't have a point, but he electrified the crowd with 6 rebounds in the first half.
Along with some defensive plays. That's why I talked about impacting the game without scoring.
Daniels backs up for 3. Got it again! Troy Daniels. You remember him, Laker fans, when he just blitzed the Lakers at times wearing in opposing uniforms. Wearing them out.
One game when he was with the Memphis Grizzlies. Went for like 30.
The right side Cook. Quinn feeling it. Here he goes. Behind the back to Dwight. It's blocked by Davis. Quinn Cook exciting this crowd with that behind the back feed. And we got free throws. All right, clutch off the bench. Troy Daniels, and that's what the Lakers need, Stu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scoring off the bench.
They need that in a big way, and they've got players that really, that's their forte, like Troy Daniels. That's what's kept him in the league these years, is his ability to knock down the perimeter shot.
Stu, what's going on with Joe Ingles? 2 field goal attempts all night.
I talked about, it seemed like he was invisible in this game.
And he's invisible now.
Just not the typical Joe Ingles. Maybe he doesn't feel well. Who knows? But this isn't the Joe Ingles that I remember.
He led Utah last year in 3s.
Having said that,
yes,
with 1:05 to play and still the 4th quarter to go, he could still hurt the Lakers. 2 missed free throws by Dwight Howard.
He's improved throughout the course of his career. Wasn't a great one to begin with, but he's worked at it. Under a minute. Conley, a little crossover.
Boy, he's clever with the ball.
Here he comes, but he loses it. Taken away by the Lakers 4-on-2. LeBron the middleman. Quinn Cook all the way. No! Rebound LeBron. Yes! Boy, LeBron James just used that body and boxed out, got the offensive putback.
When LeBron was coming down 2-on-1 with Cook, I thought he should have given it to Cook earlier so that Cook could give it back to him to finish.
Worked out for the Lakers. They lead by 15. It's the biggest lead of the game. Conley's nightmare from the field continues.
They can work for almost the last shot. Depending on how far down, it's only a 2-second differential.
Conley 1 for 8 after his 1 for 16. Ricky Rubio was their point last year. Ricky's down in Phoenix now.
Royce O'Neal is going to get called for saddling up on LeBron.
And LeBron is waiting at the free throw line already. Royce from Baylor, his 3rd year, went undrafted. His numbers really rose across the board last year. Royce O'Neal. LBJ to the line. He will turn 35 years of age before the end of this calendar year. And the Lakers, well, before those 2 misses by Dwight Howard at the line, they were really burning it up percentage-wise at the line.
They're still burning it up.
Yeah, LeBron checking that headband. The headband, LeBron.
80%.
And again, LeBron with those second chance points a moment ago. He's got a dozen.
Gets his own miss.
Yeah, they could get more second chance points here. If Daniels hits this 3, and he does! Troy Daniels, downtown, bang! And the crowd loves it. End of three. What a way to end the quarter for the Lakers.
You don't realize the score was tied at 43?
And now what is it, Stu?
They have gone on a real push, they being the Lakers. Heading into the fourth, the Jazz are now sitting on 55 while the Lakers have 74.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
What is it called?
Sit down na. Bibili na kaya sa diaper mo. May diaper siya, ganyan? Abis diaper, hindi naman nung tumawilo sa diaper mo. Sama itong juice cut. Kami dala yung juice because of na ako.
Mommy, when I do that, I feel good die. And when I do like that,
Look na, sit down, sit down, sit down.
when I do like that, I will die.
Hindi siya ganahan ba? Ano siya CR? Gusto na din. Pila ka ba?
Rebounds,
And the other
4
numbers,
assists.
yeah.
And he starts the fourth. He'll play the first 4 minutes or so, and then probably AD will come back.
You know, we talked about the nightmare that has been Mike Conley, and he's a great player. Let's just get that out right before I say this. He's 1 for 8 from the floor, has more turnovers and assists, too. 4 turnovers, 3 assists. Very much unlike him. Give the Lakers some credit, though, for playing him tough. They've held the entire team to 37%. We start this fourth quarter with LeBron backing in with 2 on the clock. LeBron, yes, count it. And there's a foul in the lane. That basket will count.
Maybe loose ball foul on Dwight Howard. But the basket will count.
All right, the game was tied at 43 all. 31-12, a Laker run since then.
He's peeking at the clock. He realizes I got to go to work, and just turns, fades away, and nothing but bottom.
How about Troy Daniels? 4 out of 5 from beyond the arc. The Jazz 3 for 15. And Conley wanders into the lane and hits that little jump shot. Off the glass.
You talked about Troy Daniels, and we've talked about it before. That's why he's here. He's doing what he is supposed to do.
Lakers second to last in 3-point percentage last year. They needed shooters. They've got guys on the team that can do it. LeBron! Count it! Foul! Once again, it crawls over the rim as he battles a couple of Jazz players right at the rim.
Unbelievable. He's just overpowering everybody. Get hit right in the face by Ed Davis, so he'll get a three-point opportunity here. And he's not overpowering the smallest people on the floor. It doesn't matter. He's not picking and choosing if anybody's in front of him.
And of course, he could be looking at a triple-double if he sticks around long enough tonight. It's a 79-57. Lakers have a game Sunday here against 6:30 against Charlotte. They also play here Tuesday against the Grizzlies. Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. The shake and bake by Ingles into the corner. Niang drops one in from distance.
And with this lineup on the floor, minus Donovan Mitchell, I thought Joe Ingles would really get aggressive offensively, and he continues just to be out there.
Quinn Cook with Ingles right on his hip and chasing. LeBron holding on to it. 7 on the clock. LeBron battling. LeBron is going to go in. Oh, he gets a little body contact. Can't hit the jumper rather, and it's going to be a foul on Yang. He got tangled up. Oh, is it Ed Davis?
Yeah, I think it's Ed Davis.
Okay. You're absolutely correct, Stu.
Yeah, he and Dwight have been battling up to there.
The former Laker, Ed Davis. He also went to North Carolina. And Rudy Gobert is back. Let's set the lineups. You've got O'Neal, Ingles, Gobert, Conley, and Mitchell for the Jazz. For the Lakers, Daniels, Davis, LeBron, Quinn Cook, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Got the 10 on the floor. Inbound to AD. He's gone 28 minutes tonight, 26 for LeBron. They've combined for 45. Heartbreak for Cook. Taken by Gobert. Gobert just 8 points, 7 rebounds. Donovan Mitchell will get put from behind, it looked like, by Cook. And pass. Ingles, they're running the clock down. Into the corner, Conley set, fire, and jet. So he's starting to warm up a little bit.
No pressure at all on that shot, though. The clock was really down. He just had to catch and fire, so he relaxed and knocked down the shot.
Of course, his dad, a gold medal triple jump performer in the Olympics back in the 90s. Back pass goes to Davis! Tried to throw it down on Gobert. And down goes AD. He spends a lot of time on the floor.
Let me tell you something about attacking Gobert. If you're going to attack him, you better go with aggression. Because if you try to be cute, he ends up sending it up in the stands. So, good aggressive move by AD, sends him to the free throw line for his 6th and 7th free throws of the game.
6 boards, couple of assists, 19 points. So he looks to go over the 20 mark for the second consecutive game to start this season. He had 25, 9, and 5 in the opener. Last year, AD, second in second chance points, second in points in the paint, third in blocks. All of this and playing limited games and limited minutes. Just that crazy year.
Alex Caruso comes in. LeBron gets his rest at the 9:32 mark, so he'll probably stay out for about 4 minutes, depending upon the score, I guess.
And Caruso, look at Rondo on the bench. Expect to see him on Sunday. Caruso got his first action starting the second half for McGee.
21 now for Anthony Davis on 7 out of 7 from the charity stripe.
Conley with a right-handed dribble and a left-handed launch. Rebound Troy Daniels, who's hit 4 threes tonight for the Lakers. Exactly half of their 8.
I got to give him game ball. He's made a difference tonight.
Yeah, especially in that third quarter when the Lakers blew it open. They're up by 18. Their biggest lead is 22. Utah hasn't led in forever.
Wow.
Down goes Conley.
I'm surprised he didn't
Cook couldn't finish it.
Yeah. Whistle was not to come there. Avery Bradley getting ready to check in.
Again, Utah's got a game tomorrow night. Mitchell leans in. You wonder when Quinn Snyder might say, all right, maybe this one. I mean, you got 9 minutes to go. You got to keep fighting.
Yeah.
maybe at the 5-minute mark or so if it's 19, 20 points. And he might start thinking about tomorrow. He just signed a long-term extension with the Jazz October 19th.
Happy for Quinn.
Yeah, very much so.
Very happy for Quinn.
Yeah, really enjoyed getting to know him when he was with the Lakers. Got a chance to say hello to him before the game tonight. The 52-year-old, 6th season. He can be intense.
Well, Mayor, you got a chance to say hello to everybody in attendance.
You know what? Every single person here.
Everybody in attendance.
I didn't say hello to, well, who did we see? I did say hi to Flea, not Rihanna, though. I didn't say hello. I was letting you say hello to her later, right now, after the game. 81-64. Avery Bradley is in.
Donovan Mitchell has shot half of their free throws. He's now 8 for 8 from the stripe, and they've attempted 15.
He's their guy.
He's going to be their guy scoring-wise all year long.
Yeah. Not just a shooter, obviously aggressive, a slasher.
Yeah, he plays the game with a real chip on his shoulder.
He was a slam dunk champ here at Staples Center during All-Star Weekend. That rainbow out of the roof. Anthony Davis. Backwards, forwards, side to side. Mitchell can't score. Out of bounds it goes.
Should have been off of Gobert, I thought. He reached over Alex Caruso and slapped it, but they give it back to the Jazz. That's why I'm not officiating.
Well, as you say, they never make a mistake.
Right.
Yeah, they never make a mistake, right?
See, that's definitely off of Gobert. What are they doing? That's the first mistake they've ever seen this century.
Okay. Lakers should have it, but Utah controls it. But the Lakers are up 81-65. They throw it away.
Ball don't lie.
21 turnovers. 21 for Utah. Caruso behind the back. Couldn't go baseline. Daniels, I mean, that's deep. That was really deep. And here's Gobert had it. And a foul on Caldwell Pope.
How much time was on the shot clock when he took that? I didn't think he was in that much duress.
More than enough. Duress is not a word I would use.
Maybe he peaked and thought it was lower than it was.
They got it up court pretty quickly. Feeling good. Heat check. He's 4 out of 6.
Yeah, but that 22-point lead that the Lakers had
just when I said, you got to fight. When you got 8.5, 9 minutes, you're fighting. You're fighting. You're not giving in to anything. The Lakers got to realize that. Nothing's a given.
Now they're out of fouls, I believe. Where are they?
No, they're going to have one. Yeah, you might be right.
They're out of fouls.
Yeah, you're right.
Next foul is going to be free throws. And we got 7 minutes and 51 to play.
I wouldn't call it nervous time yet. But they have the Lakers' attention. At least I hope they do. Mitchell. 7.5 to go. Scoop it. O'Neal, he traveled, lost it, did all of that. KCP, little outlet to Daniels, right back to Caldwell Pope. Open is Caruso, but then closing out is Donovan Mitchell. Plenty of time on the shot clock. That's off the leg of Mitchell, and the 14th Laker turnover. It is still 16. Little sideline, back door. Oh, they get lucky, don't they? O'Neal on its way. Lakers need a timeout very badly.
Yeah, 9 points have been cut off that 22-point lead, so a lot of game left, 7:15. Lakers still in control on the scoreboard, but a little bit of a momentum shift in favor of the Jazz.
Oh, LeBron though. Okay, all right. Could be LeBron by himself.
I'm at a party I don't want to.
Just say once. We what?
I want to step one because we're watching Till Boom Boom.
Shit, give cell phone to Catman.
Because Allah. Kabus watching Till Boom Boom.
No, watch Cowboy.
Because we very big.
Okay.
That is okay. Come on. That is okay because we very big.
What? Where's the cell phone?
Don't be charged.
No, give it to Catman.
Daddy, tell Boom Boom, get some eyes. And he is the cat.
Shh, don't touch that.
7 to go along with those 26 points. The starting front line scoring tonight, Lakers 47, 15 for Utah. So the bigs have certainly outdone the Utah Jazz.
And LeBron is back.
Yeah, Danny Green's in. Troy Daniels, nice one. So he's not just a one-trick pony. He can shoot from mid-range.
He's a shooter.
How about that?
He's a shooter.
Nice night for Troy Daniels. Blocked by AD. Racks up another block. He's got 5 of them. Is that 5 for Daniels or 5 for the Lakers? 5 for Anthony Davis, rather.
Last line of defense.
I said Daniels for Davis. So
Donovan Mitchell tries to sneak it over the top, and the length of AD.
8 for the Lakers as a team to get that straight out for you.
Oh, we got a big mismatch here.
A little on big. Conley working.
They found the right man.
Drive and kick to O'Neal. Rebound. There's AD. He's got those 5 blocks, 7 rebounds, couple of assists, and 21 points. One of the best in the game. LeBron bodying up on his defender O'Neal. Back and forth he goes. Leaves it for AD. Thought about the 3. 7 to shoot. Bounce into the post. It's LeBron again. He's isolated. LeBron fall away. Perfect. Got it again. Danny Green has the chore of trying to mark up on Mitchell. They switch. It's AD on Donovan this time.
He should have just thrown it toward the rim.
And there goes around Davis, who then fouls him.
Another look at that LeBron play. Carl Cam always gives us the best view. Royce O'Neal says, "Why me again? I got to try to stop him again." Try you do, but are you successful? No. Free throws for Donovan Mitchell on the foul by Anthony Davis.
Well, if you think you know your Laker basketball, play the new fan pick game on the Lakers mobile app during every game to win some pretty cool prizes. Download today.
Anthony Davis out with his 4th foul, and back in the game, Dwight Howard, who has 3. But they're just trying to buy a couple of minutes here.
Lakers have gone 11 deep. Caruso, the one extra that played tonight that didn't play in the opener.
And all 15 of his minutes thus far have been here in the second half.
85-70, still a 15-point advantage. Relatively comfortable for now. 5.5 to go. LeBron goes baseline. LeBron all the way, and he gets fouled. Just that quick first step, and around he went.
You try to dig in so that you're strong in your lower body to keep that strength of LeBron from backing you in, and then all of a sudden he makes a quick move, and then your reaction isn't good enough, and he's got the advantage.
We're going to get some substitutions now. 85-70 for the first time in the game. We're going to see Bradley, Tony Bradley, the youngest on the roster, as LeBron makes the free throw. He's going to wear number 13. Moutier back in and Ingles back in. So Mitchell, Conley, and Gobert out. So what does that signal? They're getting ready for tomorrow. The game against Sacramento.
Yep. If you get too much LeBron, too much AD, and off the bench, too much Troy Daniels.
18 minutes, 14 points. Gobert, we assume he's done. 9 rebounds, 8 points. Mitchell with 24.
Yeah, the three that just went out are done.
Because if this group makes a run, they're going to keep him in there. Let's just put it that way. Moutier hits it, 87-72. Lakers just got to play smart. Play within themselves here, and the home opener victory will be theirs. Just over 5 minutes to play. LeBron again, facing it now. O'Neal.
The illegal defense. So who's going to shoot? Troy Daniels runs to the free throw line. I like it when guards get there.
Yeah, give it to me.
But when you get there, you better make it. Especially if you're not a starter, you end up never getting to shoot that technical again.
He's pretty good. He's 87% last year.
I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Also, how much the sample size?
There,
he didn't shoot a lot of free throws.
Last year?
Yeah.
Hey, enough as far as I'm concerned. I put him on the line. A guy with that kind of stroke?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Put him in there. Bounce. LeBron turnaround jumper. Weak side rebound. Bradley mentioned he just came in. Niang falls down, quickly gets stuck. Moutier now to Bradley. We'll have 2 more off the bench in a moment for the Jazz. Long jump shot, up, over, and out. Now we're going to see Kidd in the game. Stanton Kidd, 27-year-old rookie.
No relation to
Jason
Kidd.
He's been playing in Bulgaria, Turkey, Germany. He's seeing the world. There's the other kid, Jason. Part of the Laker coaching staff. Hall of Fame. James got it.
Just overpowering. Get LeBron out of the game, please.
Right there. Then and there. That was it for LeBron.
I hope somebody just got up.
Yeah, Quinn Cook is going to come in for LBJ.
LBJ in 30 minutes has 32 points.
A successful evening for the first Laker win of the year.
I'll tell you something, Moutier has really worked on his perimeter game.
He has. You know who his favorite player was growing up? Derek Fisher. Big D Fish fan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Big D Fish fan. Emmanuel Moutier. There's a lot of folks thought the Lakers were going to draft him at the time. A lot of rumors floating around. That one knocked out of bounds. LBJ's done, and he'll get a nice round of applause. As soon as the crowd recognizes he's done for the night.
They just recognize it, and most of them are on their feet. Lakers get their first win of the young season. I know it's not over yet, but it's over.
It's over. Chick would have put it in the fridge a long time ago. Daniels. LeBron, 23 of those 32, Stu, in the second half. Third quarter, they really blew it open. And look out, Bradley. Friendly fire. Quick Cook, score! That was their 23rd turnover, and Bradley will remember that one, at least for the next 24.
Coach said, use your head, but I didn't mean use it that way.
Not that way. Niang, count if it goes. It doesn't go.
Foul on Dwight. That should be his 4th.
So the Jazz most who follow the game think they'll be in the mix as far as the Western Conference is concerned.
Talking about the Jazz, only a few teams that are really different at home than they are on the road. The Jazz are tough anywhere, but when you get them in Salt Lake City, wow.
One of the great home court advantages. They beat the Lakers, by the way, 7 times in a row in Utah, and we will be there December the 4th.
Maybe that's why I thought it's tough. Salt Lake City.
You've seen a lot of losses in a row there.
I've seen a lot of losses there.
The other 2 games will be back-to-back, home. March 16th at the Jazz and March 18th right back here. The 4 times this year we'll see the Jazz. Lakers are going to take the first one. They haven't won a season series from them in years. It's been 10 years since they won a season series from Utah. So it's a good first step. Underneath, Bradley scores. 92-78. Hope we didn't speak too soon. It's a dozen with 3 minutes to play.
Well, if they don't take quick shots and run some offense, or just don't take quick shots.
Caruso, they're going to wind down the clock. Caldwell Pope, he's looking for a bucket. He wants it to, he's going to get free throws. He can get off the goose egg when we come back.
Yeah, he's got a couple of minutes to think about it, but we're taking a break with the Lakers up 92-78.
It's over to Davis. Here's a long Davis, what a start in his Laker uniform.
What we think about Anthony Davis is this: there is no more complete basketball player. There is nothing he can't do. He can shoot, he can make plays, he can defend 1 to 5, he can protect the rim, he can handle the ball.
He's got a little bit of room. Here comes AD. The defense, Anthony Davis. Oh, Davis working it. Pass underneath. Caruso from AD. Performers brought to you by Mercedes-Benz.
And it's the dynamic duo, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, combined for 53 points, 14 rebounds, and 12 dimes. And LeBron with 10 assists, and 4 of the 10 to that man, Anthony Davis. So, yes, do they enjoy playing together? I would say that's an affirmative.
Mike, give me some good news on Rondo and Kuzma.
Well, Bill, I'll give you what's going on at the moment. So Rondo was a questionable game-time decision to play this one, so that would suggest that he's pretty close to returning. They're, of course, going to take a look at him if he can practice tomorrow, see what that does, and then evaluate him once again on Sunday. But Frank Vogel did say that he is considering starting Rondo in some games, so he does expect him to be a big part of the rotation. Now here's a look at Kyle Kuzma. He's been ramping things up, actually played some 4-on-4 with contact, went through some 4-on-0 drills as well with the coaches, just looking at some of the game film as well. And he's getting closer to returning as well. So everything progressing in Stu. I feel like I've been saying the same thing every time. They're getting one hurdle at a time, but it's getting there, Stu. It's getting there.
That's the key, just to get them all together. It doesn't have to be right away. I know Kuz wants to play. I mean, he is chomping at the bit to play.
Well, KCP gets his first point of the year. He was really hearing it from the crowd after he missed the first free throw.
Well, they gave him a nice ovation when he made the second.
Exactly. So
I don't know if it was sincere.
The old Bronx cheer, perhaps. There's the long shot.
Yang again.
Yang.
Second three-pointer for him.
Remember, he's the closer. Running out of time. 93-81. Ooh, not a good pass. But fortunately, it's safe. Oh, that one went off the glass. And then Howard got it and dumped it home.
And it was definitely a pass.
It's one to relook. Pat.
Moutier.
Yeah, you're impressed with that.
Yes. Yes.
Now he has improved that outside game.
Although one game doesn't make you a shooter. But
Caruso battles through. Back out to, hey, Norvell's in. Zach Norvell put Jordan Poole down twice in the preseason. Played really good basketball. And he's a scorer. He's got a two-way contact. With two, with one, steps back. Can't knock that one down. But he proved that he can play at this level. Without question. Going to get the rebound, I think, and he does. Coming up on a minute to play, and by the way, they still have the taco promotion. They have to. How could they not have We Want Tacos? I don't know. Maybe I'm ahead of myself. So I'll be hearing it from somebody if they don't.
Cook had a nice move there. He just didn't finish it.
Underneath, Kidd tries to throw it over Howard, who had an imposing presence in front of him. And Frank Vogel says, just slow it down. This one's going to be in the book. Lakers will be 1-1. Caruso, nice bounce, but he can't finish it. Wow. Boy, Dwight gave it right to him. Oh, look at it. That's a hard foul.
Good play. Look at this. That's the play we talked about with Cook. Threw it off the backboard. He seen pointing, so he said, okay, I'll throw it up. Kisses the glass, and you take it home.
Dwight, 7 boards, couple of assists. That's his only bucket of the game, which we just looked at again.
With 28 seconds, they're looking to see if this is flagrant, and it very well may end up being flagrant.
And Antetokounmpo is going to check in.
That was the only good thing about the foul, the stoppage of the clock.
The Kostas gets in?
Yeah, because he had been sitting over there for a minute, you know, and you don't want to get him in the game with 3 seconds to play, although 28 is.
You can't do a whole lot, plus your team's not going to shoot the ball anyway, for the most part. You're just going to hatch it. Ooh, that, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That very well could end up being a flagrant.
I think they might write the ticket for Dwight Howard, because that was a bump before he even made a basketball play at the ball. That was a hip check.
That's going to be a flagrant one.
That's an NHL hip check.
Free throw in the ball. And Dwight's over at the scores table looking at it too.
Flagrant penalty 1.
So the flagrant 1 will be assessed. LT will let everyone know. We've only got a half a minute remaining. Again, Sunday, be with us. 6:30 tip-off, lots of good pregame stuff. That cheers for Antetokounmpo. His brother Giannis and Milwaukee had a nice come-from-behind win last night in Houston. And Giannis played well, but what else would you expect from the MVP?
The reigning MVP.
That's right. 95-86. Leading scorer for Utah tonight, Mitchell. They put 4 in double digits. That one on the way. Rebound Cook, and they'll hatch it from here. For the Lakers, 32 for LBJ, 21 for AD. Double-double for LeBron. 15 by Troy Daniels off the bench.
Yeah, that was big. Really big by Troy Daniels tonight.
Lakers shoot under 40 and win the game. Under 40%. Crowd rises to its feet. The victory is theirs. And the final score, 95-86, as the Streamers come down for the first time this year.
First game.
And look at LBJ telling the KCP, that's like, keep your head up right there. Stay with it.
That's a leader.
Yeah, keep your head up. And we'll see how he responds on Sunday. For Stuart Mike, I'm Bill McDonald. So long from Staples Center. Lakers win this one 95-86. Make sure to catch our next telecast Sunday at 6:30. Lakers host the Hornets. We will check in with the studio for Access Sportsnet Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. We'll do it right after this. Enjoy the weekend. We will see you Sunday night.